What's up? I'm in the office tonight, so wanted to just check in with y'all and show you guys some of the preparation that goes into my career chats that I've been doing. So if you don't know, I launched a new service at the new year. So pretty much right before the new year started, I kind of wanted to just pivot my social media and get to a place where I feel like I was helping people. Y'all know I was doing hookah last year. I don't feel like I really ever addressed why I just kind of like took a break from it. So one, I'll give you a few reasons. So one, priority number one, I felt like it was my mental and physical health. We were booked almost every single weekend. So one, I don't smoke hookah like that on a day-to-day basis. I know some people do, and I'm not, telling people what to do, but personally, I felt like smoking that much hookah like 3, 4, 5 days a week for multiple hours just was starting to deteriorate me in a way. Was losing a little bit of weight. I just wasn't feeling good about it. The money was amazing, but I think the whole experience just taught me, one, I am able to operate and scale a business, but two, more importantly, like really allocate and choose what you love to do. And I think that like kind of also funneled into where I'm at and why I'm here. But being able to funnel into what I really love to do was really important, just because at the end of the day, even if you are making tons and tons of money doing something, if that's not what you're passionate about, like I was passionate about starting an online business. I was passionate about having an online smoke shop because everybody knows like I love smoking weed. So for me, it was more of like a fun thing. And then it turned into, the hookah was the wave, it was the money. I was doing things within smoking, and I just said, well, I'm just gonna do and go where the opportunity presents itself, right? And it took off for me way quicker than I expected. I mean, I was literally, y'all, working sometimes 20 hours outside my normal job on the weekends. I couldn't go out to eat. I couldn't do anything. I was getting home 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Had to wake up, do work, still do other things. But most importantly, what started to happen was I was falling behind at work when I needed to do this certificate, that last certificate I told y'all I got, the CIPM. So that was mandatory for me to get at my job. I had a goal of just really having that done before the end of the year, because if I can be honest, my life right now is in such a peaceful place because I got them tests done. It was like a weight over my shoulder. So, so I was in that space, and then I decided I was gonna get my boobs done, and you can't smoke hookah. So I felt like the universe was just kind of putting me in a place, like mentally, physically, like if you wanna do this, you have to properly set it up to where you can balance this with your job. And I am still gonna run events this summer, but my goal is to essentially just find one of my girls and build her into a manager so she can run and operate my business for me at a certain extent and level. It smells like something burning. It's such a weird smell in here right now. Okay, that's weird. Sorry, but oh my God, that's so weird. But yeah, I want to build somebody else into a management position, teach them how to run and operate something. Obviously, it's my business. I'll still be making money off of it, but really diverging that onto somebody who can handle that full time, and really, plan the events, coordinate them, contact the people, make sure the money is right. It is just so many aspects to the hookah that is really profitable. So if that's something you are into, I'm not discouraging you from it. I just think when I work 40 hours a week plus never having any days off, 7 days a week, it felt like torture. Like it just felt like I was trapped. I couldn't breathe, suffocate. Like there would be nights I would be driving home like, you can do it. You're gonna make it through this time. And I'm really happy I made it through the time. It showed me that I can really get through anything. But I think the bigger picture there was that I funneled into really sitting down during the time that I couldn't smoke hookah and had to study for my test. Really just trying to spend time with myself and figure out what is it that I'm really good at? what aligns with where I am in life, and why was I blessed with the things that I have, right? So when I started to evaluate those things, if I'm being transparent, I really wanted to release a course. And what happened was, in planning with the social strategist, her name's Michelle, that I started to meet with, we started to play off these ideas, and I essentially wanted to release a course for entrepreneurs and full-time people. And as we did that, she was like, you really need to start building an audience if you want to release something. So why don't you give your followers something for free? So they basically, a gesture for them, so I can start to build a relationship with them. And what we came up with was the career chats. And y'all, when I tell you that first career chat had almost 420 people sign up, it was kind of just revelating. It was like, wow, you've been focusing your attention somewhere where you already have an audience who really wants certain type of information. And it was really successful. We did have a few technical difficulties during the first one, but it really just changed my whole perspective on what I should be doing, shifted my energy into how I need to be helping people, understanding that how I'm privileged and how I'm blessed really is not something to be taken lightly. And when I look around, like I tell you guys, it's far and few. So why did God bless me like this, and why am I in a position to help other people? And when I started to really have that moment with myself, we got here. So right now, I'm about to hop on one of my career consultations. So I offer 2 consultations. So what I do is every month we have a free career chat. And this is for people who are looking to build into their career. This month is so cool, you guys. So I don't know if you guys know, but the company that I work for is the fastest growing company and startup in history. So it's really cool to be a part of something like that. And what I will say is that being there, they have really supported me, put me at the forefront as an African American, and truly shined a lot of light on me in ways. They've allowed me to speak at conferences, webinars. They have allowed me to go out and meet with executive clients, as I've shown you guys. So for me coming in, and so rapidly they gave me the opportunity as soon as I told my management, these are the things I'm really passionate about. I really love that about my company. So I told my manager what I've been doing on social media, because we're really cool like that. I work at a very cool place. Culture is popping, y'all. I really do love it. So I told my manager what was going on, and he was like, well, if you got all these people who want careers and blah, 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 why don't we set up a career consultation? I mean, not a career consultation, a hiring session. And I was like, this is perfect. Black History Month is next month. I want to cater a live LinkedIn hiring session for African Americans who are trying to get into tech. But more primarily people who are already in tech. I'm going to be honest, my company is a really fast growing place. So it's not the place to necessarily just learn a new skill. They are definitely looking for people who are experienced and have skills, but I thought it would be a great way for my audience who is skilled in tech to join. And if you aren't skilled in tech, it's a great place for you to join, so that one, you have some talent acquisition where your information is now being put in their system, so they can constantly send you positions when you are ready. But more importantly, you get to see and hear not only from me, but other Black people in the company, and really understand and truly get to know us on a personal level and understand our experience and how this company has really given us the leeway to do things like this. So this month, I'm focusing my free career chat, and the link will be below. The free career chat that I'm going to be doing this month is going to be focusing on interviewing. So if you are somebody who needs help with interviewing tips, understanding strategies, understanding what a bar raiser interview is, understanding, what are they looking for in a candidate. I actually just got certified at my company to start doing interviews. So that's even more of a privilege that I think is just a blessing that they even see it in me to do those things. But so that's kind of where we're at with the free career chats every month. So on top of that, I've really switched up my page. I don't know if you guys have been on my Instagram. That's also below. But I've been switching up the Instagram, y'all, because I have been dropping reels like crazy, because the engagement on my page has been skyrocketing. ever since I have started putting out content on how to get into tech, how to position yourself in your career, how to strategize your life. And I know I get so many comments below like, Kayla, how do you do it? How do you manage yourself? How do you do this and that? And it's just cool, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, because I never viewed myself in that way. But the more reactions and responses I'm getting to it, it's definitely made me step into this role and this position. So what I'm about to do in the next 10 minutes, so I am about to go through a strategy call. So tonight's example, I've been actually getting booked. Today was crazy. I got 5 bookings in one day. So thank you for supporting me. Y'all always support me. Anything I really like set my mind to, it really comes true. So that's kind of magical to see. But more importantly, I tell y'all all the time, I'm very spiritual. And I really think God is aligning me at this point in my life because I've never done anything easier. And I wouldn't say it's easy to like, help people all the time, but it's really easy for me to have conversations with people. And the information that I'm realizing that I thought was just common knowledge to me is really powerful and is helping people negotiate better salaries. It's helping people take a foot forward in their life. It's helping people really figure out things that I've struggled with, and I didn't necessarily have a mentor or anybody to tell me these things. So it's really cool. But yeah, so I am about to hop on, and tonight's session is a transition session. So if you are looking to transition into the tech industry, the session that I would recommend you book is a strategy session. So this call is specifically 45 minutes long, and what we do is I help you build out a strategy. So what we do is we start off by getting to know you. There is a questionnaire with every career chat that you will sign up for. So I'm already gonna know stuff about you prior to you even getting on Zoom with me. But once you get on Zoom, we are gonna start off by assessing where you currently are. And then once we assess where you currently are, we're gonna assess some of the challenges, right? So what challenges do you feel like are presented where you are, and how do we want to move or strategize away from those challenges into a new transition, or understand how can we work through those challenges? It depends on what strategy you're looking for. I direct it to you. And once we do that, then we work through how do we actually build the strategy out? What are the actionable items that you need to take? And then after the call, I go ahead and I send you a, documented email on what we spoke about, and most importantly, the action items that you need to take moving forward. I've had really deep conversations with people so far, really cool conversations where I can really feel the energy, and I love that. So I'm hoping that continues, and I really just to keep connecting with great people who have great energies. If I have the network and the resources to connect you to people who are who can help you do what you're strategizing, I also do that. I don't just stop at like, here's some advice. Like if I feel like you're a great candidate and I know somebody hiring, I put you on, like it's just one of those things where I feel like at this point, as African Americans, we really need to stick together, and we really need to build this type of network, especially in the tech industry. So, that's more so the strategy call. You don't have to be transitioning into tech. Tonight's call, they want to specifically transition into social media marketing or management, but that is tech related because there are technical procedures and technical courses that you may need to be certified for those things. So we're going to talk about where she is today, her career, well-educated, has a master's, and how do you transition, or what are the options available to me, and what are ideas that I may not be thinking of when it comes to this transition. Outside of that, so I do have, that's the strategy call. And then outside of that, I have the one-on-one career call. The career call is, I think, my favorite so far. The career call is more like, I'm already in this industry. How do we take it to the next level? How do we really strategize my career? How do we get, a negotiation? How do we advocate myself? Or how do I advocate myself if I'm a candidate for a role? How do I really go into that role, identify the skills that they're looking for, match that up with my skills? Let's go through and assess your resume. Let's optimize your LinkedIn. It's all the little things that we bring together to really help this candidate position themselves in their career and go to the next level. And I like that because I think I'm connecting with people on those who know what they want, and I'm really trying to help them strategize. How do we put this into action, and what do you deserve? where are you in your career, what do you deserve, and how do you get there. So that's my spiel on transitioning out of hookah, helping you guys understand a little bit more about what I'm offering now, where I am in life, and why I decided to make this move. I know I never really spoke about it, but I've been advertising it. So I really hope that I do touch a lot of people through this act and this service. And I really hope that this is my new lane. I think it aligns directly with what I've worked so hard to build for myself in my career, along with now I get to give back. I get to help people and really see them manifest the things in their life that I've always dreamt of manifesting, that have come true and are still coming true in my life. So that's all for tonight. This was just a quick check-in. I told y'all I'm gonna be back on YouTube. Not gonna lie, I was in surgery. You know, I told you guys I had a lot going on, and I still try to get you guys content. I hope you guys like the vlog. I'm sorry about the music in that vlog. It was a little editing error on my part. I promise it won't happen again, but so sorry about that. But looking forward to connecting with you all. If you have not signed up for the February chat, it is probably going to be the third week in February. I'm really looking forward to our next career chat around interview strategies and how to become a better candidate when interviewing. I hope to see you all if you come to the chat, and if not, I will have the links on my social media and my link tree for the hiring session that we're doing. That is going to be on February 24th from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern on LinkedIn Live. I'll be on there with my some amazing people from my company. We'll be talking about what it's like to be there. So please, y'all, I would love for you guys to come because I advocated this to my company. So the more people that come support, I'm pretty sure they'll want to do it again. And, you know, they'll just like to see that what they've invested the time into helping me do, there's a return on that investment. So would love that support. And if you want to book a one-on-one career chat with me, feel free to do that as well. The link is in the bio. I look forward to meeting and interacting with you all. And I look forward to talking to y'all in the next video. Later.